wine world, cellar time, excellent. Woo, 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 woo. Hi everybody, I'm Rich.
And I'm Seth.
And welcome to week 2 of Wine World Happy Hour at Cantiga Wineworks. We're in Fairplay, California. It was just raining, now the sun is poking out, looking like a nice day. And here we have Christine.
Hey, how are you doing everyone? We're on week 2 of coronavirus lockdown. But we've had a busy week here in the winery. The wine does not wait for anything. So we've done blending trials, and today's also a big day because we're starting pruning in the vineyard. In fact, Silverio and his crew are out in the Semillon block right now, pruning as we speak. Should we go out and say hi to them and see how they work their magic in the vineyard, allowing us to work our magic in the bottle?
Let's go take a look.
Let's go, guys.
Let's do this.
No, he's not. You take it, don't take it.
I work for Maya's Ranch, and I take care of this vineyard, Cantiga Winery. So we prune. This is the time to prune this year. Now it's a little cold weather, but it's good for the grapes. And we put a little example how we prune and how we produce a little more good grape, good flavor. So that's what we do this plant for prune. So this plant is Semillon Blanc, so I think it's a good wine. So we do this 2 bags, so like that. This a little shoot, we leave it 1 shoot for next year can reaction and taking more energy of the plant will help it. For next year they can make it very good clusters. So this one we call cane prune. This is produce a little extra fruit for the vine. So last year they produced a very good fruit. This year we not leave 1 cane in this vine. We need a little more help to the plant. For next year maybe we can leave another cane.
So Silverio, so you left a bud there and there?
So yeah, we left 1, 2 buds, 1, 2, and this a little one when it's very like one-sided pencil. We leave only 1 bud. So that's for help for you stir and the plant.
Okay.
Okay. And always we leave it whatever is the best center to the between wires, and not too close. We need to separate at least to 6 to 8 inches each spur.
So they'll get a lot of air movement.
Yeah,
and
a lot of
even
air.
ripening.
Ripen air and spray. Go very good. Right here we have 1 big spray. We can leave it 1 extra.
Nice. Get a little more of that amazing Semillon fruit for our next vintage.
So as you can see, every separate that's growing very good.
Great.
So,
thank you so much, Silveria. You guys do such a great job out here. We couldn't do it without you.
Thank you.
Much appreciated.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Wasn't that cool? A great wine starts in the vineyard, and we're so lucky to have Troy and Silverio and the whole crew. They do amazing work out in the vineyard, so that was really amazing to see. Now, back to what we've been doing in the winery all week. We have been sampling a lot of barrels. And in fact, let's just take a look at what Seth has been doing all week.
So this apparatus is called a wine thief, and it's aptly named. As you can see, I'm thieving some wine out of the barrel for this glass, so we can try it.
And now here we are back at the bar, and what we've done, you saw the samples being pulled out of the barrels. So what we've done is we've pulled all of our cab, we have them here in glasses, we've pulled some straws and we have them here in glasses, and we were looking at doing Cabernet Sauvignon and or a Troubadour blend. Everybody remembers the Troubadour. That's a Cab Shiraz blend. We've been doing those for many, many years. So we've been just tasting the different glasses, making sure all the barrels are good, and we have two blends. One is a straight Cab and one is what we thought was our best choice of a Troubadour blend that we've already worked out. So on this one, we could, Seth, you want to say something about the blends?
Yeah, so we really liked the Cabernet components together. We thought they were very nice. It had the cherry characteristics and the pyrazines that we expect from a Cabernet Sauvignon, especially from the foothills. But then when we blended in some of the Shiraz in there, we really love the components coming together. The Shiraz enhances it, makes it a little more full-bodied wine, adds a little extra spice to it that I really enjoy, that I love from the Shiraz. And so this is one of those years where it's a tough decision for the winemakers. We have to decide whether to make two different smaller lots or combine them into a bigger lot for a Troubadour, which we know our wine club members love.
And we did that once before in 2013 vintage.
And it was one of the first times we actually got to pour Troubadour on the bar. For wine club members are pretty familiar with our Troubadour, but some of the folks that have never been here weren't familiar with that Troubadour. So it's a really nice Cab Shiraz blend. It was fun to pour on the bar. And the way we've been tasting this, we may consider doing all Troubadour for this 2017 vintage, and it might allow us to pour it on the bar again.
So these actually are samples have been sitting here resting a little bit, combining. So should we revisit them and see what we think?
Definitely.
I'll grab us some glasses.
Why don't we use our Tasse d'Avon?
The Toscadon, those of you that aren't familiar with
we
these.
don't need the glasses, we'll just use our sommelier cup?
Yeah, so people may not be familiar with these. These are dating back from the 15th, 16th century. They're a very traditional way to taste wine. Now they're more known for sommeliers. When they graduate from the class from the sommelier, they get a Tasse d'Avon to kind of show their status, so to speak. And the beauty about this is it's very traditional, and in dark cellars it was hard to see with candlelight and so on and so forth. And with the silver, it helps draw in the light, and then it also has dimples and some other curvatures in it to allow sediment and other things to kind of allow the light to dance off it, so you can get an idea of what the colors of the wine are, and it helps bring out the bouquet.
All right.
I don't know if you can zoom in on this, but if you can see the color.
Beautiful color. Might be tough for those of you at home.
So we're tasting the straight Cabernet now.
No, this is the Cabernet Shiraz.
This is the Troubadour, the Cab Shiraz, aka Troubadour blend. All right, and we're comparing that afterwards with the straight Cab.
But the Tasse d'Avon really shows the color, how bright ruby it is.
It's got nice cherry notes up front from the Cabernet Sauvignon, and then a beautiful lingering kind of spice from the Shiraz.
Yeah.
A little more decadent than the straight Cab.
The
too.
two wines the two varieties complete each other. They fill in the gaps. You complete me.
It's going to be a very nice vintage, I think.
Mm-hmm. And we may not have to put it down for 10 years before it's ready, actually. It's showing signs of getting there.
Sooner than later, definitely, as opposed to other vintages we have.
We don't have a dump bucket, do we? Bummer. All right, well, we've finished with our work. How about some fun now? Is it mousing time?
Oh yes, definitely.
Oh, mousing. You remember that from last week?
Mousing. So, we were talking amongst ourselves a little bit, and we were thinking that since we're working on our Cab Shiraz blend today, why don't we go back and dig for an old Cab Shiraz? I think that wine is actually in our main cellar.
Perfect.
So shall we go
If you follow
dig?
us in, we'll go into our library adjunct of the main floor cellar.
Welcome to our production facility. This is where we do a lot of our work and bottling and pretty much everything in-house.
It's the inner sanctum of Cantiga Wineworks. Not many.
And then we have our Polish wines here. There's a lot of odds and ends. We have everything going back commercial from 2000. It's a lot of, like I said, odds and ends, some stuff we haven't even released. We like to go back to this aisle and taste wines that we're about to, or there's customers that can work a special wine out of us if they ask nicely and we can find it for them, and this is where most of it is. Luckily, I know exactly where this O2 Cab and O2 Cab Shiraz is because they're one of my favorites. And so I actually stashed the O2 Cab right here, and right under it is the Cab Shiraz. One of my favorites. That's why I knew exactly where it was.
Nice.
Can you go try this?
Let's dig into this.
Now, the difference between Cab Shiraz and Troubadour, so when we called our wines Cab Shiraz, they were always an 80-20 blend, always. We did 4 years of it, 2000, 01, 02, and 03. Then from that point on, we started the Troubadour. Troubadour was a blend, still Cab Shiraz, but anywhere from, we said earlier, 30% to 40% Shiraz. So that's the difference we were telling you. So this is an 80-20 Cab Shiraz blend.
And most people don't know that O2 Troubadour we were talking about earlier, and the reason why it's so rare, it was an experiment by Rich and Christine that actually spent 6 years in a barrel. And so that's a really fun one. If any of you have that, that's a very special one I would hold on to. It's going to age beautifully, just like this one was, and I'm really excited to try this.
And that one's a 1/3, 2/3, because we had 2 barrels of Cab, 1 barrel of Shiraz that we saved for 6 years.
Cheers.
All right, let's do it. All right, open it up, Rich.
So here we are.
The moment we've been waiting
So
for.
this Cabernet Shiraz, just so you know, the Cabernet grapes came from the Pratt vineyard, which is here in Fairplay, and we were buying our fruit from 01 all the way through 09. And the Shiraz is one of our old Shiraz clones the clone coming out of Monterey County, where our original Shiraz came from. By the way, take a look at this.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring this front up close. Check this out, you guys.
It's got beautiful tart trays.
That is just inky, and those little tart tray crystals are just gorgeous.
So this happens to be the first Shiraz clone that was brought in from Australia. So clone 01. And we took the cuttings from this vineyard to plant on our vineyard. And so that's how we have the Shiraz that we do. It's the same one.
So Rich is going to be the...
No, that was just the smelling.
Oh, I thought he was
taste.
going to be the guinea pig and take all the tart trays. All the
Oh, I did
cheesy,
take all the
crunchy
tart
parts,
trays.
The groceries, like your dad would call it.
Wait, weren't we using our test set?
Oh, because we need to capture the bouquet. The test events
Because
do
we
not
want a little
capture
more
bouquet
than that.
at all.
Yes, we would like a healthy
Anyway.
rapport.
Right, cheers.
That smells great. God, that drink's so young. That is bright. That is beautiful.
my
That
goodness.
O2 Cab.
Yeah, that O2 Cab's.
But the
Yeah.
decadence of the
That
Shiraz,
does
like we
not-
had on this one.
That does not taste 18 years
No, it
old.
does not. And the beautiful leather component from the Shiraz is very nice on the nose and very wonderful finish as well.
You can tell the Shiraz is starting to come out more as the really bright cherry of the Cab start to subside over the years. You
It's
could
still
st-
pretty
the-
bright cherry.
The Cab is still prominent, but the Shiraz is starting to shine.
Yeah, we're getting the pepper spice from that Shiraz
Yes.
clone.
Yeah,
Yes.
that is killer. Yeah, in no way is this anywhere near being tired.
Mm-mm.
This is
This
a
is not yet
lively
at its
wine. Yeah.
If anyone out there has this wine in your cellar, if you have good stable cellar conditions, no hurry to open this one.
At all.
This can still continue to go down for some time.
Of course, if you
However-
have multiples, you could try one now and then.
Yes, exactly,
there.
just see how they progress. Anyway, that was worthwhile opening,
Oh
see
yeah,
how it's
that's
going.
wonderful. This
Now we
is-
have to figure out what we're gonna make for dinner.
Yeah.
Some with
Anyway.
lamb.
Oh yeah.
Signing off and wishing everybody out there the best, good health, stay well, and enjoy your week in seclusion.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.